What's up, YouTube? Just got done with a shadow boxing workout. It was real quick. Something you can do. Maybe you missed out on your workout, missed the gym hours, missed out working with your coach. Maybe you just want to stay in shape. Maybe you just want to get in shape. This is something real quick you can do. And here we go. To start, I like to warm up with the jump rope for about 10 minutes. That's only three 3-minute rounds with a 30-second break in between. I know some people think jump rope is boring, and I definitely understand that. So I like to break up the monotony with some tricks and flips here and there. You can try crisscross or high knees like I'm doing right here, or try to mix up both of them. I like to work on the double unders also during the 30-second break too. That helps my heart rate go up. But a lot of people are gonna be like, oh man, I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. Well, this is a great time to try, a great time to perfect your jump rope skills. If you don't have a jump rope, you can always go on a mile or half-mile run. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Just getting something to warm you up. After I warm up, I like to hit some dynamic stretches. Right now, I'm doing some knee pulls. This is loosening up my hamstrings so I can move around. Nothing worse than having tight hamstrings when you're working out. It just ruins everything for me. Right here, I'm doing some hip cradle to loosen my hips and glutes. I had to learn how important these were the hard way because I was running way too much without warming up. Got runner's knee. It wasn't fun at all. I could barely walk, barely throw punches. I had a fight that same week. It affected my training so bad that I could barely perform. Right here, I'm just hitting some ankle grabs, stretching out the quads, getting those right as well. You definitely don't want to have any tight quads during training too. Having tight muscles at all during training kind of sucks, to be honest. Right here, I'm hitting some lateral lunges, loosening up my groin, my inner thigh. Definitely don't want to walk around with a tight groin. Messes up your hips real bad, messes up your punching power to me, messes up your running, everything. The worst. Last but not least, I'm doing some arm circles to loosen up my shoulders so I can throw some punches and not have any problems or issues with my shoulders popping out of place. You do not want to be in the ring and pop your shoulders or strain your shoulder or anything like that. That's the worst. So here's my first round of shadow boxing. As you can see, I'm moving my head, moving my feet after every combination, trying to get used to that, making sure that my legs are conditioned, making sure my shoulders and my wind is conditioned for when I get into sparring. I always make sure that I throw it at a pretty solid pace, not something super slow. I feel like that's not really going to help anybody, not a benefit for anybody. After each round of shadow boxing, I like to do a different exercise. So the first one I like to do is push-ups. So these are what not to do. You don't want to short stroke your push-ups and ruin your whole workout. You don't want to start at the bottom doing short strokes either. You want to make sure that you extend your arms all the way up. Make sure your chest almost hits the ground every time. I like to do about 15 of these every time before 30 seconds is up. So here's my next round of shadow boxing. I'm still keeping the same goal of trying to move my head, move my feet, keep my punches at a decent speed. Of course, the push-ups might have took some energy off of you. You can always scale the number. It doesn't have to be 15. It could be 5. It could be 10. After that, I'm going to go into some up-downs next. So up-downs are like burpees, but they're not burpees. You don't have to hit your chest on the floor. You don't have to jump when you come up. All you have to do is go down, come up, make sure you stand all the way up. Don't be lazy with it. Don't do a halfway stand up. Don't do a barely kick your feet out. Don't do a 1 foot at a time. Third round right here, just got done with the up-downs, and to me that takes a little bit of energy. I feel like that's when you start to feel a little more tired. But remember to keep the same goal, still moving your head, still moving your feet. If you want to come forward, make sure you're working on coming forward, moving your head. If you want to move around, make sure you're moving around a lot more, working on footwork. After that, I like to hit some squat jumps. Just like your push-ups, you want to try not to short stroke your squats. Make sure you actually bend your knees and you're actually jumping off the ground. Strong legs in the fight can help with power, endurance. Some people even think that it can help you take punches better. So all in all, I do 10 rounds of shadow boxing in total. 3-minute rounds, 30-second break. I like to do the same 3 exercises I just showed y'all on the videos before. I like to do the push-ups, then I like to do the up-downs, then I like to do the squat jumps, just so I'm not getting bored with the same exercise after every round. And I like to finish a certain rep range before each round. On the push-ups, I do 15. On the up-downs, I do 10. On the squat jumps, I do 25. You don't have to do those numbers. You can always scale them up or down depending on what your fitness level is or your goals are. I know shadow boxing can definitely be boring, so you got to make sure you got some good music to get you through, or maybe even a friend. Maybe you can't do 10 rounds, but you can always scale it down or up depending on what your goals or fitness level is. Also, make sure that you're recovering after. Make sure you get that foam roller. Make sure you're stretching. You don't want to come back and have any injuries or just feel overall bad the next day because you didn't recover properly.
So it really took me about 45 minutes, but I kind of forgot to turn it off because, you know, I was recording stuff and talking and doing all kind of silly little stuff. So it ended up being 1 hour and 2 minutes. It burnt me 669 calories. Last night I did the same thing and it burnt me 600. So I'm just gonna assume that was an extra 69 that it added on.